Biofacts. Unless you work at a zoo, you've probably never heard that word before. It means biological artifact. Basically, anything that came from an animal. For example, snake sheds. From my guest here, Pharaoh. He is a little mad at me because I fed him 2 days ago, and so they are a little bit hangry. So I'm not going to handle him right now. But these sheds are really helpful on being able to see how much he's grown. Ta-da! You can tell one of the sheds is newer than the other because, well, it's longer. Another great thing about them is that you can see if he's got any scale issues by, well, having his dead scales. So that's health of your pets. What's another purpose of Biofacts? Health of rivers and streams, and for scientific purposes. But I'm gonna let my other friend, Jeff, help with that. This is Jeff, my crested gecko. And if you might notice, he is missing an eye. So if he were to ever pass away someday, he would make a really useful biofact for science. Same with this guy right here. This is a hellgrammite. That they are usually used by scientists to gauge how polluted rivers and streams are, since they are a very sensitive species of invertebrate that cannot survive in polluted waters. Biofacts came from an animal. By that definition, fossils are a lie! That is because they didn't come from the actual animal. Most of them don't have biological DNA. Hence, they wouldn't be considered by the definition biofacts. Though most zoos wouldn't care about that, because I know the one I worked at had a literal elephant bolt. A literal bolt of metal that was that thick because an elephant broke it off. Which brings us to the third way that they are used, biofacts are used, education. If you think about it, you can't bring a kid into a polar bear's enclosure to pet the polar bear safely. But you can bring a kid a piece of polar bear hide. And bada bing bada boom, the kid is able to pet a polar bear. And you can let those kids experience education with almost all 5 of their senses, excluding taste. Because we don't want them to eat the animals. They can see, they can smell, they can touch the animals, which brings a lot of awesome education opportunities. Now you can brag in all of your friends' faces that you know a word that they don't.